Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Visions of Mana and we are finally back and I think it's time to see what's the post game, because we know, well I know that there is more to see than just the ending we had on the last one. So now we're gonna start a couple of episodes which is gonna be extra content, meaning post game. So let's see how we can manage that. So let's load up the one with our end symbol next to it, the crown, and let's see where it goes from there. Will we have another lead that we need to secure, or do we need to go around the world picking up quests that are now popping up? Check in with Ian at the palace. Alright, this seems very straightforward. And I'm assuming that whenever we want to, we can go back to where Delphos is and find him again and officially end the game. Because that's usually how post-game stuff works. Like, you go to the point from the last save and you can continue it again if you want to, or you can do all the extra content that's now been unlocked. And for us, that's now check in with Ian at the palace and potentially a whole bunch of quests all over the world. So we have plenty of things to discover, plenty of things to check out. And one thing I want to do is maybe play around with our team a bit more. Morally, I'm almost perfectly happy with, because the amount of criticals he did with Delphos, that's going to be mind-blowing for future fights. But I want to make some different party changes as well. But for that, we need to get the other elemental slots open. And I'm hoping that we have the items right now in our inventory in order to do that. And hopefully it's a big one that opens it all for everyone, but we'll have to see. Ooh, looks like everybody needs a bit of a rest. For now, let's check. And I still just got the skills. We do still have the broken mana sword though. Well, considering that it was healed after the fight with Delphos, I'm sure it just reverted to the state before, because that's where we are story-wise. Alright, let's go check out the weapon stores. See if they have anything new.
Welcome. What will it be?
No new equipment, that's a bit higher specifically for the end game stuff.
Welcome. Please peruse what we have. Come again soon.
Maybe we need to do the end game things in order to unlock more weapons and armor, if at all.
Welcome. We have a fine selection.
It is still good. Melody spreader. I was wondering if there is full elemental protection here somewhere. No, I think this is the only resistance we have. Does have a lot of summon and plus movement to it, that's for sure. Huh, very intriguing indeed. Ah, there they are. And one, it is for Palomina, Jule, Morley, Karina, and Vel. It's for everyone. 20, well, it's a lot of honey, but syrups, but we do have that, so there's no reason for us not to do that. Do da da. And of course, more serums that we want to indeedly get. And look at the amount of points we have left. It's still plenty. Ah, there's even more cookies as well. Great. Okay, we have all the things that we want that's been added to it. Perfect. But for now, the most that I want is use these to open it up. Yes.
Partnership with the spirits is profound.
Expanded Philomena's elemental slot. Yeah, and one of the things that I want to change is change Philomena to Jule or Karina, depending on where I want to go with that. And I want to change the classes of Vel as well. So we're gonna have to spend a lot of points, but hey, if you want to play around, we might as well.
I feel a deep connection with the spirits.
I have the spirits to thank.
Alright, 2 more.
I feel like I'm one with the spirits.
I feel blessed by the elements.
Expanded Vel's elemental plot. Alright. Well, we can go to Ian, but there's one thing I want to do before then, and that's basically just mess around with our classes, setting up a new team before we continue, because I don't know what's going to happen once we talk to Ian. We might go straight into a story mode and have to follow it step by step, so I want to make sure that our new team is set
Let's
up.
plan our next move.
So let's give it a save after this. The first one, day 1, we'll won't touch it again because that's our base after the ending of the game. So we can always go back there just in case we need it. And no matter what we're gonna do from here, if we're going into new dungeons or new encounters, we have plenty full of cookies, so we definitely have to use them, because who knows, maybe we can gain a few more extra levels that way, and that would be amazing. So for now, let me check out with the classes what I can do with them, how much points I have, because they cost 100 per upgrade. That's a hell of a lot of points. So I have to be really precise on what I want to do with them, so what I pick is definitely the one we want to go for. Like, we can get Golden Clover for more points, and they are randomly out in the field, and they will be replenished, so there's technically an infinite points available. But let's first focus on the ones that we want, and after that we can spend points on the ones we might need. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'll be back in a few minutes and I will show you where we're at. Alright, it does seem like maxing out an elemental all the way to the max does give us some extra power-ups, so I'm just reading through it. Power-up maxes out your starter class. Maxing out elemental plot of a single element will grant the favor of elements to that character's starter class as well. These favors include equipping elemental vessels to your base class. So meaning that we can unequip the vessel and still select all the abilities that we've maxed out of that elemental. So now I did Luna with Morley. We can equip it on its base class and use it there too. So if I understand this correctly, it means if we max out multiple elemental classes, we can mix and match both of them using the one that we like the most. Like for now, I will stay the Moon class, of course, but this does mean that you have a lot of mixing and matching you can do. These favors allow the character to equip weapons with their starter class that were not previously possible. Assign abilities learned through the elemental plot to their starter class and use different classes' class strikes. Yeah, just like I said, with the added addition of other weapons. So that means that the 3 types of weapons everybody can carry, you can equip them on your starter class. So not only can you build a very custom class with all the abilities over all different elements, you can also just use the weapon that you prefer. This is really good. This is where you can make your, well, your favorite build-up character, isn't it? 3. You can change which elemental vessel is equipped. Switch weapon types and choose each character's class track from the vessel menu. To switch out the character class abilities, go to the class ability tab from the abilities menu. So you can even pick and choose which of the vessels you like best to use on your character. Again, this is very amazing, but it will prove to be more valuable the more classes you max out. So that will be a while, because it takes a lot of points to do that, and we don't have that. So you can grind them and then make your, well, the custom character you like. It should have been available much sooner, but I love it anyway. The more rows you max out, the more benefits the character's base class will receive. The potential for greatness was within you from the start. Returning to your roots may very well be the key to ultimate strength. Okay. So if I understand this correctly, of every class we max, these abilities will be active, all of them, on your base class. So as soon as you max out more than one class, it will definitely be beneficial to go back to your base state, because the more extra abilities you have. And if you do that, you just have to go through this and check which ones work the best in conjunction with the rest of your team. Like I said, so much potential. Because basically I can say I want all of the moons, but instead of the elemental break, we can go for the earth one. Like I said, a lot of potential for making very powerful characters. Alright, for now, I'm going to continue playing around, and just like with this, if I see something you guys need to read with me, of course I will be back. So let's continue working the classes. Alright, I'm back for now. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how things work. I am not there yet. I've picked classes with the 3 characters I want to use, and I will show you now why. I'm gonna go with Jule, Val and Morley, as you can see, with their full classes on. I thought I read that you could change weapon on your base class with whatever you want. I haven't figured that one out just yet, but we'll get there. And for now, the main reasons why I wanted to play around with is for him. Basically, the lower HP, the more damage he does, which I think is going to be amazing. And class strike deal damage, the less HP is remaining. So the more damage he gets, the harder he hits. I thought, compared with how the Daylight Foss went, I think that would be a very well fight against future bosses. And with Jule, the one that attracted me was regen on the entire party. That's amazing. And I can heal up with, of course, Morley with the healing ability that we have equipped through the ability seed. So we can do the extra healing, and when we have low HP, regen ourselves until we get to the point of, well, survivability. So those things are already really close. And with Morley, I already determined the full list. That is basically a 20% chance to poison any enemy on attack, which I thought was amazing. And the ability to acquire more money after battle, and considering we have this move and we use it a lot, the more money we get, the harder it hits, and it's an infinite possibilities. And of course here with extra critical hit damage, considering all the criticals we did in the Daedalus fight, that was a no-brainer to me. And other than that, I found that the skills here, like Tonic Technique and the water, I like to use them during my combat, so that was like an easy pick for me. I have to do the same with the other 2 as well. And once I figure out how we can change weapons, so we can use our knives in base class, then I will of course convert to base class and be able to use all these class abilities all at once a main character like we saw in the tutorial before then. But that's something I'm gonna do in between the episodes, because I just want to be able to play around with it more. But we also have an episode that we want to continue and finish. So I thought, you know what, let's just do that for the moment, so we can see where the post game actually goes to, because I think that's what we all want to see, right? So let's continue to that now and see what Ian has to say to us. And I've always liked the Dark Claws on Vel, and now we actually get to use it.
Okay.
I hope the print is holding up okay. Okay, that's still the same as when we left. So we can head straight up and see him. Yeah, of course, still inside city spec, so we cannot do a lot. Then just do a single jump. Doesn't matter. As long as we're allowed to run, it will be fine. There he is.
Palomina, fancy seeing you all here.
Ian, are you attempting to conceal something from me?
Oh, Aish, it's so good to see you. Congratulations on being appointed the Alm of Darkness.
How have you been? Is your thirst for knowledge as unquenchable as always?
Oh, do not think I can't see through your rather poor attempts to change the subject. I can read you two like a children's storybook.
Oh, no.
It would appear there's something you two are hesitant to tell us.
Is that so? Ian, Niccolo, do inform us.
Well, the royal crown has been stolen. Right before the coronation ceremony, too, of all times. Many citizens already harbor reservations about my becoming king due to my age. If word gets out that the crown is gone, my reputation is sure to plummet.
To make matters worse, we've received news about raging monsters popping up in the wilds. The whole palace is in utter shambles right now. You'd normally just dispatch a unit or two of guards to take care of it, but these are jumbo-sized monsters we're dealing with.
Several settlements have already formally requested Illistana's assistance. It would not be right for me to just ignore them.
So, Ian and I came here to formulate a plan, and that's when Mule came along.
Honorable Alms.
Huh? Vidiz, is that you?
I have foreseen the quickening of a dragon most impure. If we do not take action, Eve Zalaha, the shadow of chaos, will reawaken.
Eve Zalaha?
An ancient dragon from the earliest days of Fadiel. People feared its power and sealed it away long ago. It has now reemerged. This very same power is at fault for the sudden rise in monster activity. Eve Zalaha intends to descend upon this realm as its true ruler and annihilate humanity. It could very well be the end of all life as we know it.
Annihilate humanity? This is terrible! But what can we...
The seal on the dragon is still in place. There is time for us to prevent its rebirth. Find the one responsible for this and put a stop to their plans. Please, save our world from irreversible destruction.
You got it.
You said that voice belonged to a Vidiz. Who is that?
She is an envoy of the goddess of mana, entrusted with ensuring the future is preserved.
An envoy of the goddess? Incredible. We cannot turn down a request from someone so noble. But between the stolen crown, monsters, and an ancient evil dragon, how?
Maybe it wasn't obvious at first, but I think that was Vidiz's way of asking us to lend you a hand, Ian.
Most likely. You don't have to bear this weight all by yourself. We're happy to lighten the burden.
Oh, but... Niccolo, what should I do?
We don't have much information about this Eve-Zalaha, so I propose we take care of all the other monsters that have appeared out of the blue first.
We're experts at monster hunting.
True.
Well, if you all do not mind then...
Come on, Ian. If you're gonna be king, then you're gonna have to get used to ordering people around. It's not hard. Take it from me. That's right. Oh, I know. You can practice on us.
What? Wait, let me just...
It would be best to bend to their beseeching, Ian.
Because I know they
You
won't
are right.
stop otherwise.
I will consider it a part of my regal training. Ian, heir to the throne of Illistana, commands you, alms. Vanquish the monstrous perils threatening the tranquility of our land. The culprits reported total 4. The Harsipity twins, sighted at the Wind Sanctum. Axbeak, spotted around Dorfer Volcano. Dew Inc., seen lurking around Dura Gorge. Finally, Frost Gigas, who has invaded the Temple of Wendell. Exterminate these monsters and put an end to their violent rampage!
Sir!
You got it.
Right away.
Sure.
Understood.
I'll be sitting this one out.
Of course.
Huh? Why?
I'm already familiar with the aforementioned monsters and would gain no new academic insight on this expedition. Eve-Zalaha, on the other hand, is most intriguing.
Then why don't you stay here in the palace and help us investigate this big bad dragon?
Now that's what I call properly allocating your resources. My friends, I wish you all the best.
Oh, Ace, you never change.
Oh, he never will.
Ian, if I encounter the royal crown en route, I will endeavor to collect it.
Okay. Thank you for your help, Palomina.
Regalia does not a ruler make. Your character and conduct are equally critical. Remember that, Ian.
I will. This is the perfect opportunity to prove to everybody just how much I've learned about ruling a kingdom. Be careful out there, everyone.
All right, we've got 4 targets we need to take down. We can stock up on anything we need here in Illistana. I think I remember where they all were, but I'll ask Ian again if I forget.
Alright, so we got another target with Delphos looming on the horizon of being defeated. Another evil resides, even worse than he is. Alright, we can do this. And those 4 monsters we have to defeat, they were mid-bosses that we had throughout the game when we were hunting down the Benevolence. So I don't think they will pose a problem to us unless they upgraded them, making them stronger and more versatile. But there's only one way for us to find out, and that's by actually doing them.
Let me see, is this?
Ooh, Undead Away. Alright. Let's give a chat to the people here. Oh, I haven't gotten any new ideas to lead on Bazaar after you went missing, and the guards are already stretched far too thin. Ooh, where was that scoundrel scurried off to? Okay, so the game is suggesting that Bazaar is the one that stole the crown. Well, it does fit the bill of his character, definitely. But I guess we have to follow the clues in order to be sure. Haha, since Ian is as sincere a young boy as you're likely to meet, I am sure the public will come to admire him as a ruler. Yes, I'm sure they will. Once this has been resolved and he has gone through all his ceremonies.
I see.
The Royal Library of Illistana houses an ample collection of literary materials, second only to the Dark Archives. I will have no shortage of documents to peruse. Yeah, he's gonna have fun while we're busy fighting. Oh, you can find the monster menaces at the Dwarf Volcano, the Wind Sanctum, Dura Gorge, and Temple of Wendell. Please, safe travel. Alright.
Okay.
Well, as one of His Highness's attendants, I speak for all palace staff when I say we are devoted to supporting Prince Ian in his reign. I'm sure you will. Alright, I guess that's what we have to do. So let's get out of the palace and see if there are any quests in Istana that added to the list, or if is this just the main objective we have. Let's go beat down those monsters and find the crown, which in itself is a decent enough quest, is it? And there it is. New quests have been found. Alright. So you know what this means? That means before we go down fighting those monsters, we have to go everywhere and do those quests. And it will also give me the time to finalize the class choices. Because so far the one that I've picked feels really good. Morley, like I said, I was so impressed with how he handled during the Datavos fight that he was very, very easy to set up. Jule, very firm second choice with the automatic healing. Vel, I basically picked it on the looks. Might change him to more of a defender class with taunt. That's what otherwise I'm thinking. Like, what if we give me a character that has hacks for defense and taunt? That would mean that we need to open up the class that has the shield and lance instead of the Dark Knight, so we have to think about that. But you'll see the final results on the next episode. Excuse me, have you by any chance heard of the tales of the mythic weapons? Ooh. Oh, tell me everything. No? Well, let me tell you. Many secrets and rumors surround them. For example, no one knows who forged them. We do know there's a sword and a spear, as well as some other types, but that's really about it. Most people laugh in my face when I talk about the mythic weapons, and tell me, I'm too old for fairy tales, but I truly want to believe they exist. Now, any person hoping to obtain one must pass a fiendish trial. Think of it as a way to weed out the unsuitable, if you will. Unfortunately, I really think it'd be weeded out in the worst way possible so they make the attempt. Nevertheless, I desire to see them burn fiercely within me. However, if a bunch of strong adventurers were to obtain the mythic weapons, would you consider showing them to me, please? Oh, most definitely. 5 mythic weapons. Ooh. Let's grab those, see which kind of weapons they are, and maybe use them to make a choice on, well, which class to pick. And who knows, maybe we're gonna switch Vel for Karina, maybe. We don't know. Because if the mystic weapons are what they are, very strong weapons, then that would definitely be a reason of putting a character right out in front. Because the more power we have, the better it is. Because the more damage we can do. Alright, let's pick here.
Plan our next move.
And start here and then going down the list. But that quest felt really specific. Like mythic weapons. That really seemed like end game stuff, like quest. But it doesn't mean there won't be any others everywhere else. It does mean I wanna check them out. How can I not have that item in the middle of town? Interesting. So no others in the cities here. I am intrigued by this though. Well, I think I can just see why I potentially missed it, because it's on top of there. Yeah, I would have definitely not have seen that. And how do we get there? Because we cannot double jump, so there has to be somewhere we can play around and get there. No, that's not gonna work. Other side. Hey, if I see a chest that I don't recognize, definitely make the effort to grab it.
Let me see. This might be useful.
Just money, which is definitely not a bad thing. Alright, let's get out of town. Alright, let's check the other continents as well. And if we don't find any quest more, then it's just the mythic quest we have. But like I said before, if there are new quests opening up, we want to do all of them. Even if it's just for the rewards. I think Tianeea will be a great place to start looking here. Let's use the fast travel to check all the towns. So far, I don't think we have to worry about finding new quests. It does seem like the mythic weapon one is the only one we found so far. Alright, we know that these two are for the extra monsters. Well, I'm intrigued. I do want to beat them, but I do want to complete this weapons quest first. Does it give us any hint on where to look? No one alive today who knows whose hands were forged, nor what that means. Alright, so basically we have to go to a place that does not have a star, but it does have a flag. Because that will be for this quest. Alright, let's do it. Let's find those mythic weapons. At least one or two of them. They have to be out there. Alright, that does not bode well, because you can only see flags with where the monsters are. Wait, what if the monsters itself are the ones that are dropping the mythic weapons? That would be a valid reason why we're only seeing flags exactly on where the stars are. That's actually not that bad of an idea. Well, if we want to find out, then we have to fight one of the monsters. Let's go fight the beak. He was the easiest of the bunch last time around. It will be a good test to see if they have changed in combat strength. Do have to make sure we eat our cookie. And before that, let's give it a nice little old save, shall we? Because this way, if
Here.
they are the ones that are carrying the weapons, we'll know. And we can just go for all the monsters and check afterwards.
There's Axbeak, one of the monsters Ian mentioned. It definitely looks more rabid than the last time we saw it.
If we let it run wild, it could pose a danger to the people of Tianeea. Let's finish it off quickly before it burns the whole region to the ground.
It's not going to lay a finger on Tianeea. We have to stop it.
We can't let it rampage so
Look at all the criticals. Oh, so much damage, I love it.
You can handle this?
That too give critical as well. So it means a lot of damage.
On it! Think you can handle this? Buckle up. Water fight looks like it's working.
And it looks like our coins do actually more damage than the proper elemental one. Yeah, the increase in damage through the last elemental plot things is working out pretty nice. Should not be overestimating myself. I do need to make sure that we are properly healed. Because he's definitely stronger, because in the previous attempt we didn't do this much damage and he was already down really quickly. We are definitely going to be able to defeat him. Absolutely no problem, I have no worries about that. Does mean that I do have to be careful what I say. And I think it's a good thing that I forgot to change Jule, because he picked a fire elemental class, which will probably not work well against this enemy.
As long as we exercise caution, we will eventually extinguish it. Let's make it feel the burn! I cannot put it up!
This is your end! Crumble to dust! You're not!
Haha, beat him with coins. Level up. Give it all to me.
It's so hot in here. I've had enough volcanoes for a lifetime. Can we please leave?
Was it just me, or was there someone by the rock over there?
Huh? I didn't see anything. Was it a ghost?
Whatever the case, they appear to have already absconded. We should also depart for our next destination.
Someone controlling the monsters? Obtain the Blade of Triumph. Yeah, I think we're right. I think the mythic weapons are the weapons we're gonna get from these bosses. So the quest is combined. So where's the fifth come from?
Alrighty then. That's one down.
3 contenders remain.
Let's be core.
Let us
The
continue
second
to
one.
comply with Ian's commands.
Yeah, I think there's nothing else we can do about that than that. Does seem relatively close, so this should be perfect. And since we are not fighting a fire beast, let's put Jule in the party. Like my intent was to begin with and see how he works. Alright. Oh wait, we need to activate that before jumping off the cliff. Yeah, I forgot about that. Then we need to travel back a little bit in order to activate it.
Rise!
Oh, they're already here. It's really so close. Perfect. If all of them are this close, then I have no problem with that. Alright, if we can defeat the beak, we can defeat these ones too. Let's get to it.
Those are the Harsipides Ian asked us to defeat. Yikes, they're glaring daggers at us.
They're not here to play around, and neither are we. Come on! It's time to knock the wind out of their sails!
They seem to have taken a liking to the wind sanctum.
Alright, Pete, let's do you first. It's not really fair going on a height that I cannot reach.
On it! The spirits will answer our call. Nice timing. Useless Tura.
It was proper timing that I used my time freeze exactly when they were doing their move. Don't know if I would have been able to stop it then.
Don't hesitate to strike. I can help you.
I can still fight.
You're not gonna take this fight seriously now.
You're mine!
Yeah, the critical damage that he can do with how the class is built right now, yeah. That I've never done that before. It changed so many things.
Inflation. Bravo! Do not ease your attacks. It's careless. Healing light.
Out of my way!
Moving now.
Not so fast!
Just getting started.
Yeah, let's knock one out of the team.
Inflation. Inflation.
Where's the other one? Is the other one already down? I think it is.
A little help here, spirit?
Moving now.
Do your thing!
Starting to get desperate.
Go. Don't hesitate to strike. Enough games.
Alright, let's finish this.
Good riddance.
I think we've worn them out.
Better get out that elemental vessel!
So much delicious experience. Well, if we get a level with the other two as well, that means we're gonna be at 73. Not bad.
The Wind Sanctum is Ramco's home, and I'm not about to let anybody or anything just waltz in and act like they own the place.
I gotta say, the fact that Eve Zalaha's presence can make monsters go crazy like this is pretty scary.
It would be devastating if the dragon's evil influence spread.
We have to get to the root of the problem. I trust that Aish will have made a breakthrough once we return.
Ooh, Ratai. Ooh, and then Ame no Abakiri. Ah, because there are two of them, and that's how we get to 5. So I'm guessing it will all be base class weapons, it seems. Which, there's something to be said for that.
Halfway there.
Alrighty then. Well,
Because
where
if
to from here?
I read it
Before
all
we head out,
correctly,
let's check again where the final 2 monsters are lurking.
over there. But yes, if we go by maxing out elemental plot makes us go back to default class, would make it logical if the mythical weapons will be ones that support the base class, because it would make them stronger. Yes, I see potential. Alright, let's Duragort first. Oh no, let's go to Tarazio. I think that's a really nice environment to end it for today. And then on the next one we can finish off by getting the other two. Yes, right in the middle of town. And of course, when we defeat all 4 of them, then we also have to go by the guy to show him the weapons before we go back to Ian, of course. So as for now, let's leave it here. On the next one... thought it was a circle there. Must be seeing things. But yes, on the next one we're going to defeat the other two monsters that have been wreaking havoc, and if they're going like the first two we just did, with even finalizing our classes that we want them to, so we can move on from there. Yeah, there is nothing we can't do in order to beat them. And then we have to see what leads us to the perpetrator that stole the crown, which I do think the game is saying it is Pazar. And if the person they saw hiding in the background is also Pazar, I'm gonna be very interested in see what he's been up to since we lost contact with him. But that's for another time. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. And see you then. Bye bye.